Everybody, and welcome back to my second screencast on Ansible Playbooks. In this screencast, we'll be provisioning an AWS EC2 instance, and to do so, we'll need an AWS login, identity and access management key, or the IAM key. Then we'll need to import and export SSH keys that will allow us to connect to the AWS services, that is Amazon Web Services, and of course Ansible. So as you can see in the AWS console section, there's IAM under security and identity, which you can go to. And then we can use this identity and access management console to save the newly created users from here. As you can see, it's an old user that's already present here. But to create a new user, you can do add user, then add its name. Let's name it provision. Then we'll have to set some access types. And then user must create a new password at next sign in. Let's uncheck it. Let's go to permissions. We can add it to, let's skip this part for now. I'll explain it what we can do from this, or rather we can add it in this whole group. As you can see, I've already created a group that has got administrator access, so it will act like an administrator and won't need any other security credentials. So let's add it to this group. Next. So as we can see in the summary, username is provision, access type, console password, required password, he said no, everything is set. Let's create this user. So, sorry, when you can see this, you get your password and thing. You can either download it to save this file, so as you can see, we have the password, access ID key, secret access key. So these are the two things that we need to connect to AWS console. And this provides access level, creates from this group that we created test1. Next thing, we'll need an SSH from our own machine. So let's go to our own machine. So this is the same virtual machine that we were using for our previous task. This is the node VM. So let's look for some SSH keys that we have over here. Usually Vagrant boxes don't have SSH keys in it, but still, as you can see over here, there is a .ssh folder in which we go. We can see there are two other files. If you don't have these files, what you can do is generate them using SSH keygen. So since I already have it, I don't want to overwrite it. I'll press no. So when you have the SSH keys, then we need to copy this public key and then go to our AWS console and then go to security and settings. This is the EC2 section, and there is network and security. Under key pairs, I've already added this public key, but what you need to do is import a key pair by going by either choosing the file, or you can paste the public key that you get from that id underscore rsa dot pub for public key. So once you have the id underscore rsa or your public or your key pair generated, then you can connect your machine to AWS console. So let's do that. This is the piece of code I have written for that using EC2 module of Ansible. So let me just explain you what that's written over here. So this, we are creating an AWS instance, and we're using the same host as before, as we were using in the previous screencast. Key pair is id underscore rsa, which is exactly the same name that we've given it over here. Then we're using an instance type, that is t2.micro. So if you want to see what that is, then we can go to the AWS console and then EC2. We can, if we try to launch an instance, as you can see, there is no running instance as of now. And when we want to launch an instance, these are the operating systems that AWS provides us with. There are all kinds of that, like Amazon Linux, Red Hat, Ubuntu Server 16.04, LTS SSD volume type. This is the AMI 69D276C9 is the image type that we have written over here. This is the image which we'll be using to generate this one. Then if you select this one, then you get different types of instances. This is a t2.micro, which is free tier eligible. So I'll be using that one for type. As you can see, I've given instance type as t2.micro. Region is US West 2. As you can see in this, right, these are the regions that are available to us. US West 2 belongs to US West Oregon, and this is what you can see over here also. So about the other EC2 module, and then we are using these variables to fill in the EC2 module parameters. Key name is this, and everything is same. Now for AWS access keys and AWS secret keys, we need to enter the same keys that we got from here. Well, sorry, not here, but this one from our credentials. So this is our access key ID, and this is our secret key. And then we will just register something, register whatever is going on over here in EC2 and print it out on the console, all the details that we get about the instance. So this should work, I guess. Should work, I guess. CD vagrant. So this is the playbook that I've created. Ansible Playbook. So it's now starting to launch. Says AWS authentication failure, was not able to validate. Yes. See what the error was. Let's check it now. So Ansible Playbook ws.yml. So you can see it's trying to do this launching of EC2 instance. So finally we can see that EC2 instance has been launched. So these are the, so we have this instance ID, that is this thing. So if we go to our console right now, back to EC2, so here you can see it's showing one running instance right now, and this is the same one, that is I-OC8242. It's the same thing, same instance has been launched, and you can see the DNS name that can be used to connect to this instance. ID, image ID, instance type, that is t2.micro that we had already set. Placements are from US West 2B, it's public IP, and everything can be accessed. So we can see we have pretty much everything from this data. So I guess this is it for the screencast. So we have seen in the screencast how to create and provision an EC2 instance of Amazon Web Services using Ansible. So thanks for watching.